Hi back. I feel like I had an old box because I don't have any paper. So thank you, Spirit. But basically this is it, right? You're up there. That's you know, spirit energy source up there. That's little babe, that's like little spirit you. That's over here, saying what you'll do, what the story of your life will look like. So that's all the karma you'll do, who's gonna hurt you, who's gonna love you, who, you know, all that shit, you know. Anyway, you're all up there, making it all up, makes perfect sense. Then this becomes like born you, that has amnesia. And then this is your life. This is like dead you head back there. But meanwhile, all those angels, guides, helpers, loved ones, ascended masters, etc., they're up there. And at any time on this line, that is your life, you can actually get them to help you and remind you the things you can't remember because you got the amnesia. Okay, but what we'll know is like little spirit you up here, when it said what its life was going to look like, it didn't actually say a straight line. It had, you know, all the events that would happen, and sometimes they would be like good and other times they'd be bad, you know. So actually life is just like this constant trough of up and down. And the thing is though, at any one time there's only one you. Like on this continuum of time and this one day and this 1 minute, this is actually you. We've got like past you and we've got future you, but actually this is the only you that actually exists in this point in time. And that's the you that needs to be talking to these lot to say, help me get along here. Okay, so Jamie, this is the stuff I want to teach people. And the reason I'm doing like this little thing with you is because I'd be really, really open to any feedback or anything that you tell me you think I can make this a better, more easier way to tell the story. So anyway, moving into, and this is what working out looks like. So this future you, which remember, this you here is future you of this you. And I probably drew the picture wrong because really this you should be in like a little slumpy hump and this you should be on a little high. Because when that happens, so this future you's on the high, so yeah, kind of fucked that up. Anyway, so this one's on the high, and when they look back on this period of time, where it's also shit and dark, and they actually just felt like, fuck, you know, brah rah, this you goes, but it all makes sense now. It all, you know, that was all supposed to happen for all of these things that I now can see, and it all makes sense. And that, you know, so it all worked out in the end. So, you know, so this future you who's on the up and is all feeling really, really good, they're going, oh, but you know, it all worked out. This you, at the fucking pit and depth of your pain, is just screaming and crying and is going, this sucks. Okay, and the thing I have to teach myself is the difference between what's a photo and what's a video, because your last video was actually a photo. So, where we need to get to, or what would help a person, you, me, the entire world, is if you could be this you, this you, because that's actually the only you actually are. If you be this you, knowing that everything's shit and awful, but actually it's neat to be because this version of you said that's how it would be, you know, you'd pay this karmic debt, you'd meet these people, these things would happen, some of them would be amazing, some of them would be awful, but actually this you and all of this lot up here, the reason it's all happening is because you defined that's what it would be, and this you knew you'd go back and it would be like amazing. So actually this you at the depth has to be okay with saying this is what working out looks like. Don't wait till your future you feeling much better. Do it here while you're this you. No, it's all crap, it all feels awful, but this is what working out looks like. And maybe like feels like and stuff. Slow learner, push the photo again. So that is what working out looks like. And when I was just playing them back, I was like, what is that running water thing? And then I remembered I've got the dishwasher on. So if that was confusing you as well, it was just the dishwasher. So anyway, let me know what you think. Oh, and the whole other thing, right? Oh, piece de resistance, you know that word. Anyway, then you know the tower thing. What I would then like to do is somehow make this graphic or this imagery, however it happens, then somehow do that cutty outy thing, and then suddenly you're turning it into the spiral, you know, the tower going up the levels. And then what you and if you know, are good with like physics and maths and crap, you could actually make it that all the dips were on the same side, which then you could put like a shadow on, and all these highs are like on the other side, all on the same side. And then that, you know, and then you could demonstrate how that's like the sun and when you're in the light. And then you can take all of this and pull it into the tower thing. So yeah, tell me what you think. Bye. Last one, and I actually remembered to take it off photo before I pushed the button, so that was pretty good. So you know, that's what working out looks like. We've got these other things: spiral tower thing, season, reason, lifetimes, soulmates, twin flame connection things. So all of these things, I think you weave them all together over here. And so just like a little example, this whole, you know, soulmates, twin flames, connections, blah, blah, blah. Well, what that means is that while you're over here, little spirit you up there, working out your story, you actually have to have people or spirits that put up their hand to play the characters, you know. So you have, you know, for me, I've just put in a few people. My mum, my sister, Jen, Megan, my friend Chantal, who I met at my first day of primary school and we're still like best mates, ex-husband number one, Jamie, etc, etc, etc. So while I was up there, little spirit me, doing all of that for me, there were all these other little spirit people who were saying, in this story down here, and this life and what's going to happen in the karmic debt and who you'd meet or whatever, there's like people up here who are kind of casting your life and saying, oh, I'll be that character. I'll be that character, I'll do that, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully that makes sense. Which is why when you meet them here in real life, you get those connection-y things, right? And if you meet someone on a high, you kind of like have that thing like, oh my God, they might be like, you know, this is like all going to work out amazing. Then it all starts turning to shit and you go down here, right? But then here, it's like, oh, maybe you meet some different character, you know, Megan, when I met her, bad shit had just happened. And then suddenly they're part of your story on this up. And, yeah, so that's like why you might somehow meet someone and have this like soulmate connection thing. So obviously, you know, have to do a bit more work to make that sound elegant, but that's that concept. And then lastly, our one from like years and years ago, you meet a person for a season, a reason, a lifetime. And that's the thing over here, like when you're this you and you've got amnesia and you forgot what they actually said they'd do and why, you meet them and you kind of make it up. And that's where you can actually disappoint yourself, because this person might have only met you for a season or a particular reason, or it might be the lifetime. But the challenge is when we're here or actually anywhere and we meet someone for the first time, because of that connection and that soulmate thing, in our brain we kind of make it up and think we can pick which of those three things. But yeah, that's where we mess ourselves up, because actually this you already knows, and this you just has to find out what working out looks like, because you will find out, because it's all going to happen, because you're the architect and there's no change in that. So yeah, so season, reason, or a lifetime. Actually, I think the whole thing is actually the only way you're ever going to figure that shit out is by age, right? See the patterns and stuff.